settling and waiting for the next day, the next week, next year? What are you waiting for? A lot of you guys are planning for the future when God only promised you this minute. The fact that you can breathe and watch this video is enough for you to get up and move and do something. You're waiting for next year. This is one of the, I need you to move today like you have intention and focus. So everything that you're asking God for, are you currently putting in the steps and showing him that you're ready, that you're willing, that you're putting in actionable steps every single day? Because quitting on yourself does not show God you're ready. Settling for the breadcrumbs, settling for the bare minimums, entertaining men that don't align with your higher self, it does not align with what you're asking God for. Giving out your body when you're asking God for a husband is not what aligns with God's plan or what you're asking God for. When you are overspending or just spending freely on junk food, fast food, and cosmetics, and what your favorite influencers are influencing you to buy does not align with the financial freedom that you've been asking God for. You say, God, I want to buy a house. You say, God, I want this kind of lifestyle. You say, God, I want to be debt free, but yet you are always through a drive-through buying all of these things that are not a necessity, that are not helping you get closer to any of those goals that you had set. So whatever you are asking God for, what are you currently doing today? You need to understand, what are you currently doing in your life that is hindering you, that is against what you are asking God for? When you say, God, I want this. God, I want to be this person. God, I want to know you more. Hello, my beautiful people. We just got to the gym in Warsaw, Poland. And before we get into the gym, I was sending my girls a voice note about how blessed we are to travel the world. We've been in Europe for 3 to 4 weeks now, and we have a few more weeks to go. And I just wanted to talk about pretty much everything that you're asking God for, because 6 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, I was asking God for freedom. I was asking God for the ability to travel around the world, the ability to do what I'm currently doing right now. It was until I had my breakup and I had a turning point where my dad passed away, and I was asking God for his protection and his guidance for where I'm supposed to go. And I was like, God, if you just use my testimony so I can help more women just see that there is more when you hit an obstacle, a few hurdles in your life, never to lose faith and never to lose hope, because God has written your plans, God has written your destiny, and he hears the desires of your heart. And it's so important that everything you're asking God for right now, you are willing to sacrifice and do the work for whatever it takes. God just wants to see action. God wants to see action for whatever it is that you're asking for. So if you're asking for financial freedom, right, you need to know how to spend your money. You need to know how to use your money. If you're asking God to bless you with a husband, you need to know, it's like, where's my ring? You need to be working on you as a woman to prepare yourself to be a wife. It says in the Bible that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. A man is not out here to be looking for a girlfriend. He's not out here to be looking for no side chick. A man that is looking to build with you will be very firm and clear upon meeting you what he is working towards without you putting it on him. And so whatever it is that you are working for, whether it's your body goals, you're like, God, I want the body of my dreams. I don't see why anything you want in this world, in this life, is impossible. But you know what? Oftentimes we aren't aware of our time management, how we spend our time. It's so important that you realize and you become aware of how you spend your free time or any kind of time. There were so many moments and seasons in my life where I found myself scrolling, or I found myself going out all the time. I found myself outside. I found myself doing a lot of things that didn't serve my higher self. I found myself doing a lot of things that didn't serve or align with all of the things that I was asking from God. I was asking God, oh, I want to have a lot of freedom. I want to be able to travel. I want to have clients online. I want this kind of lifestyle. I want this kind of ring. I want this in my life because I want this kind of man. So everything that I've asked God for, I never have to look left or right on anyone else's plate because I know what I want for myself, and I wasn't gonna settle. At some point, I said, God broke me to build me, but he opened my eyes. All those exes I thought were gonna be the man of my dreams, they were gonna be my husbands, they were gonna be the father of my children. I am so glad that God redirected my path so he could build me. Staying single for 2 years so I could open up my eyes to not chase after a man, but to work on myself, using a lot of my pain to get clear with my purpose and my mission. So when I did meet my partner, I was like, hey, listen, this is my mission and this is what I'm going to do to sacrifice along the journey. And I'm not waking up thinking about you. I'm waking up thinking about all my clients. I'm a 5-star coach. Clients will vouch that I am 100% in their life, in their transformation, in their goals. Sometimes, or most times, I care more about people's goals and their lives and everything about them more than they care about themselves. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And so God had to make me become a person of value, a person that had to use their struggles and was not and no longer ashamed or afraid or fearful of the what ifs or what are people going to say. No, my mission became clear and I stand true to it now. So everything I've been willing to sacrifice along the journey to become more focused and laser sharp, I was not this person before, but asking God, oh, I want this freedom, or I want to be financially stable, or I want to be financially free, and this is the kind of lifestyle that I want. God, I want to have children and I want to be able to be there for them and be healthy and healed. This is what I have to do along the way. What are you willing to sacrifice along the way of what you're asking God for? So everything that you're asking God for, are you currently putting in the steps and showing him that you're ready, that you're willing, that you're putting in actionable steps every single day? Because quitting on yourself does not show God you're ready. Settling for the breadcrumbs, settling for the bare minimums, entertaining men that don't align with your higher self, it does not align with what you're asking God for. Giving out your body when you're asking God for a husband is not what aligns with God's plan or what you're asking God for. When you are overspending or just spending freely on junk food, fast food, and cosmetics, and what your favorite influencers are influencing you to buy does not align with the financial freedom that you've been asking God for. You say, God, I want to buy a house. You say, God, I want this kind of lifestyle. You say, God, I want to be debt free, but yet you are always through a drive-through buying all of these things that are not a necessity, that are not helping you get closer to any of those goals that you had set. So whatever you are asking God for, what are you currently doing today? You need to understand, what are you currently doing in your life that is hindering you, that is against what you are asking God for? When you say, God, I want this. God, I want to be this person. God, I want to know you more. And my Bible is here. I've been all around Europe and my Bible has been with me all over Europe. I brought my protein powder. I brought my vitamins, my digestive enzymes. Baby, I brought magnesium. I brought my journals. I brought a lot of things that serve my higher self, because this is not 75 hard. This is not my 6-week challenge. This is a lifestyle. This is, God, I want you to increase everything that I've asked you for. So when you see me doing the work, I want you to guide my path. I want you to increase everything that I touch. When I work with clients, God, increase everything that I touch. Turn it to gold. All my clients, they transform because I fire them up like this. So I want God to wring me out. I know that there are traits that I had to break, habits, patterns from my past that I had to break to become a coach that wakes up at 1 a.m. in Spain to train my clients. That when I'm traveling and I get to work anywhere that I want to, and I have clients all around the world, I ask God for this freedom, and I show him every single day that I can be sober, I can show up for my clients, I can say no to a party because I got to train my clients, I got to go to bed on time, I got to eat a certain way so I can handle these clients. I can handle what I ask God for. When I ran my first challenge with 50 plus women, and I asked God for 50 plus women and it sold out, when I asked him that, I was prepared for what he gave me. He knew I was ready, but the old Shen, I wasn't ready to be this disciplined. I was ready to under-deliver. All the women can say in my challenges, I over-deliver. You can always count on me. I had to become a person that people can count on. And when you're investing in my program, when you're investing in my services, you're not rethinking your purchase. I'm going to show up. I'm a product of what I preach and a product of what people want to buy, what they need. So you're asking God for the help in your business. You're asking God for the increase, but you quit on your business. You think less of yourself. You're fearful. You don't even put yourself out there. So many people are like, oh, I want to be this kind of content creator. I want to be, look at my man outside waiting for me to finish this video. But because I'm on a mission, he understands why he's waiting outside, because we're here to go to the gym. But listen, a lot of you guys are afraid to talk about your business. A lot of you guys are afraid to show your face on camera. A lot of you guys, I hosted Zoom calls and there were women on there that didn't even have their screens turned on, but yet they want to sell products. Why would I buy from you if you can't even confidently turn your screen on? I want you to see me. I don't care if the video is being recorded. You are going to see me. You are going to remember me for your lifetime. Wherever I'm at, if I'm in public or if I'm on the screen, baby, you're going to remember me. I have built my body where I don't even need to alter it, baby. It's always, I'm confident with it. I'm happy with it because my habits align with who I want to be, what kind of body I want to have, what kind of energy I want to have, how I want to feel. Y'all, I filled up my water bottle. I also brought my shaker cup all the way from Canada, right? Y'all are out here just, I'm on vacation. So who cares? I can just let myself go. This is not 75 hard or a 6-week challenge. This is a mission. This is a lifestyle forever. So everything I've asked God for, God, increase it. Increase my discipline, increase my knowledge, wisdom. It comes from the Bible. So when I wake up in the morning and I'm on the Bible app, and when I wake up in the morning and I'm doing my devotionals and I'm writing out my scriptures on my sticky notes, it's because wisdom comes straight from God. And I want him to bring me out of my flesh, because I have a mission that is bigger than me traveling the world, bigger than financial freedom. But because I'm not afraid anymore, God being in my life, when I said in 2024 that I was willing to give up anything and everything to become this person, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to, fear, toxicity, drama, the care of how other people are going to perceive you, you shrinking and not putting yourself out there, you settling and waiting for the next day, the next week, next year. What are you waiting for? A lot of you guys are planning for the future when God only promised you this minute. The fact that you can breathe and watch this video is enough for you to get up and move and do something. You're waiting for next year. This is one of the, I need you to move today like you have intention and focus. All right. If you are on a mission to run a certain business, to be out there, you're doing your 9 to 5, but you have a side business or a side hustle that you want to entertain or you want to build, baby, what are you doing today? Because some of y'all are too distracted scrolling. You wasted your entire life just scrolling away. You're asking God for financial abundance. You're asking God for this certain kind of man, but you're out here entertaining. You're out here putting yourself on the internet, and nothing of value is coming from your pages. Nothing of value is coming out of your mouth. Nothing of value is different for what you are asking God for. You gotta change. Why do you think old ways are gonna bring you new results? Why do you think old ways are gonna bring you new results? If you aren't willing to become the person that you've never met before, to handle all of the things that God has given you, it requires you to become a new person. It requires you to look a certain way, to think a certain way, to move a certain way. And you got to be willing to let go and leave a lot of things in the past, like your attitude, your behaviors, your patterns, people, places, things. I no longer go to the bars or parties or smoke or get high smoking cannabis or drinking, because I need my mind to be clear. I need, when I want to randomly post a video and I'm coming with this fire, honey, I am sober. I'm always sober. This is my fat burner in here. So for all of y'all that are asking God for an increase, you're asking God, I want this. You are living of the world. They're at one point, and I'm still asking God to wring me out and weaken my flesh so that my soul can be bright, so you can feel this aura, so God can wring me out and change me. And that's why I'm trying to learn the Bible verses as well, because trust me, once you learn the Bible verses and you have the fear of the Lord, you really try and you want to change. Because you now are aware that my life wasn't going a certain way, or my goals were taking a lot longer because I was living of the world. I was damaging my lungs. I was drinking. I was smoking. I was damaging my liver. I wanted validation, so I put my body out there instead of putting my mind. Nothing of value, but because I wanted the world's validation and attention for the wrong reasons. This is why I was acting a certain way. I was growing up with a lot of trauma when I was so unhealed into relationships I thought were going to be my lifelong desires of we're going to be married, and God broke me, and God broke me so he could build me, so he could use me. And I'm so glad that I had a turning point in my life where I lost a parent that opened my eyes to I have right now, because one moment I saw my dad awake and alive, and the next moment he was gone, he was taken from me. But before he passed away, he couldn't speak, he couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. There was so many things. He couldn't even feed himself. I witnessed my dad as a vegetable for many years, and I lived outside of that province, so I didn't even get to spend a lot of time with him before he died. A lot of you guys aren't even appreciative of your health. You're not appreciative of the people in your life. You're not awake. You're not living in service. You're not living in what can I do to contribute. You're not living in your higher self. You're not even living in a healthy body. You constantly put shit in your body. You constantly put shit in your mind, and people and gossip and trauma and chaos. You're watching all of this shit on TikTok, and excuse my French, I'm sorry. You're watching all of this stuff on TikTok. You're watching all of these reality shows. All you can talk about, you can't even have a proper conversation because you have nothing to talk about. Look around you. So many people can't even have a conversation. They can't even say good morning or hello. They can't even introduce themselves because they're such introverts. You made yourself so antisocial. You made yourself turned off from the world because you had nothing to contribute, or you're not contributing anything at all. Instead of letting God pour within you and allow you to glow, you're holding it back because you don't want to change. You're trying to be of the world rather than to be separate from the world, and that is where it all starts. So I ask God to wring me out, make me different, let me be authentic, and change me for what the world needs, which is more love, more clarity, more direction, the truth. Somebody to use what they might have been ashamed of to change lives, because you forgot I'm a human. So when some people are commenting, oh, speak to me, because I'll speak to you, but don't ever forget that we are all humans. My shit stinks just as much as some other celebrities that you put on a pedestal. Their shit stinks. So why do you think that God does not have any big goals for you? No, you shortened yourself. You wanted the short end of the stick because you don't want to put in the work. You just have a bunch of excuses, right? Everyone that you're putting on a pedestal, oh, you look at how many subscribers you're at, look at that. Mind your business and go after your damn goals. Put in the work. You gotta change. There is no easy way out in this world. For those who really want it, for those who want a good man, a good marriage, it requires work. For those who want a thriving business, for those who want thriving relationships and friends, it requires work and effort. Baby, you got to put yourself out there. You got to call things out. You got to set boundaries. You got to set timers and reminders. You got to travel. It's a lifestyle. It's not a 75 hard or a 6-week challenge. And if you haven't already signed up for my last challenge of the year starting on September 22nd, baby, then what are you waiting for? Because it's my last challenge of the year. Don't ask me when the next one is, because I always pour into the current season. All right, so the link is down below to sign up. There are only a limited amount of spots because the girlies came with the fire. They're ready to and willing to be changed and transformed before the end of the year and before 2026. So if you haven't already signed up for my challenge, what are you waiting for? And if you did my first challenge, comment down below, because baby, I know you have those habits going. I poured that fire into you. I'll continue pouring this fire into you, because you need people who are in your life that are going to keep it real and authentic. I don't care to make anyone feel comfortable. I want you uncomfortable. If my energy flowing through me makes you feel uncomfortable, like you're doing too much, I've never seen anybody tell me I'm doing too much that was doing more than me. Okay, see all the billionaires and millionaires out there, and they're grinding, they're hustling, they got a different mindset. They're not listening to anybody that's willing to just rest, and they're out there grinding. They're hungry for their mission. Gym time in Warsaw. Space Jam.
Huge, yeah.
Wow, big gym. It's clean too. Clean like I like it. Wow, y'all.
Good.
Dwa podcięcia zrobiłeś, a my teraz robimy hardkorowe wyzwanie. No, musimy kończyć. Musimy kończyć. Trzymaj się do potem. Cześć. Dobra, masz motywację. Masz motywację teraz. Jak chcesz, to mogę ja zacząć, nie?
Heavy.
Action.
So, jest lipy czy nie ma?
Nie miał lipę.
Whoa.
Nie ma.
Hi guys, I just finished my workout. I'm feeling so good. I'm just in the washroom. The washrooms are also so clean. But you know, so many people are so quick to throw the genetics card, like, oh my God, your body looks that way, genetics, genetics, genetics. But do you really travel and check out gyms and still maintain your fitness? Or do you just go, you know, drink a bunch of alcohol, then you're hungover, you eat a bunch of shit food, don't move your body, don't train. So the food that you're eating is not going into your muscles, it's also just building on that body fat. So when people are like, genetics, 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 baby, it's habits. It's your daily habits, your travel habits, your habits in general. So when people are like, oh, genetics, 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 like your habits are just as bad as, like your habits are your genetics. I mentioned this in a video before, your habits are better, if not worse. Your habits are your genetics. So a lot of people don't train or maintain their habits that they developed at home when they travel, right? I love checking out gyms in every country. So far in every country, I've been to a gym and I've met tons of people. And this is just so exciting. Whether it's a gym or a Pilates studio, like this is so cool. I'm so happy.
Good.
What's in here?
It's just a vanilla and almond milk.
It's nice and big. Tastes like a milkshake. The workout was amazing. This gym also has a restaurant attached to it, so we're gonna head to the restaurant. So this is his burger spot as well. This is awesome. Cześć. Oh, they have a chicken wrap, beef wrap. Ooh, chicken strips.
What does it mean, chicken lipy? Oh, but nie ma lipy. This is the burger, nie ma lipy.
Where? Oh, okay. Wow,
This
3
is-
patties.
This is jest pompa. This is what you were saying at the video.
Oh, yes,
Jest
pompa.
pompa.
Guys, they have the fats, carbs, and protein.
Yeah, protein, fat, carbs. That's in Polish,
Okay.
yes, so different.
Wow. Okay. So, oh, there's a chicken burger.
Yeah, chicken burger, only 30 grams of fat and 25 protein.
All right, y'all. This is our post-workout meal. Wow.